direct ulahlekile.
Uyadyola pha efonini.
Director. Ayinde namsebenzi ke direct. Sawukhothama phambi.
Are we rolling?
Uvele waqhwaba izandla namhlanje wathi it's on you. It's on you. Imagine. We're under directorship. How direct your hand over. It's on you guys.
Yeah, man. Yeah, here's to another one, Ephondweni Podcast. The name is Iqhiya, Master Builder. Umavula Kuvaliwe. We're back at it. I'm with the original gatekeeper.
You mavula ma gate. You mavula ma gate.
Siyabala.
Poetic soul.
And the place to be. It's a special one. It's beautiful. We have a man that I respect entirely, the work ethic and understanding his movements, seeing him as a young one enxibongcwandweni shamdana ebhizi gospel.
Bendizixelele ke mina ke Dumza ba anzobuyela ngamva ngibheka phambili. I understand ten brothers buyela umva.
Yeah, but
Yes, mnandinezana zithi when I remember what the Lord has done I will never go.
Ndizamlinda asho agqibe.
A man who fought for his space, who interprets songs that we've jammed to, songs that we grew up on from ezilalini, elokishini, ezinkonzweni, and make that hip and fun for us to consume. He is one man that I will say he is an ambassador of the Eastern Cape, Ephedi, where he comes from, because the traces, nemfundiso zakhona, abantu can always be able to see and hear and feel in the texture of the music. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Dumza Maswana.
Thank you so much.
Dumza, great boy.
Wow, what an introduction.
Hey, man.
I'm good.
Yes.
Jabulele.
It's crazy for me. I've never imagined that one day I would sit and be on the other side interviewing Dumza. Ever.
Ne?
Yeah.
Because of...
I wonder kutheni.
Maybe it's because esenza hip hop.
Yeah, I've locked myself.
Oh, the
in
two different worlds.
Akayazi uba ndiyakwazi urap.
Hey now.
Yes, I'm the beatbox who.
Yeah.
Dumza, it's been, your journey has been long and interesting. And as time passes by, kubonakala versatility
As time goes by.
As time passes by,
As time goes by.
As time goes by, guys.
Yeah.
Go to bygones be bygones. Bekufana biyangena phande yalinamhla. Kubonakala versatility and everything. I think the first question would be your grounding. What grounds you? What makes you do everything that you do? From the beginning, what was the motivational factor? Say, ndiyangena apha emculweni.
Ndicinga uba indlela endikhule ngayo, growing up in the Eastern Cape engqushwa elalini, ndikhuliswa ngumakhulu, umankwali. Imfundiso zakhe zemihla ngemihla, zoba vuka indoda ayilali, funeka ithi funeka uye esikolweni, ndikukhulisela le. Xa umdala ngenye imini, xa umdala uyazi kuthi njalo zonke ezaa zinto eziya zizinto ezisanamathele kakhulu apho kum engqondweni, ngakumbi xa sendizibona zisenzeka. Loo nto ithi ke ngoku ezaa zinto endisuka kuzo zikamakhulu akufunekanga ndizithi zityeshele, because zonke zipruve ukuba ziyinyani. So ndicinga uba yeyona nto indigroundayo kakhulu leyo, knowing apho ndisuka khona and knowing why ndiyenza le nto. So xa nditrace isteps zam from my grandmother's heart, ndiyafumaniseka into yokokuba I was made for this. I was born for what I'm doing ngoku. Noba ndingajonga ntoni na, whether I was at school, ndihleli neetshomi zam, noba ndiphina nje, iyandibonisa ukuthi Dumza, you were born for this thing.
Yes.
So I think yenye yezinto ezibangela into yoba ndinamathele ngakumbi. Mhlawumbi ndingajonganga nzuzo, ndingajonganga ntoni, ndenze le nto ndiyenzayo kukuyazi into okokuba nto yam le, nto yam endayinikwayo le.
Has there ever been a time when you were like, you know what? Fuck this. Yayeka man le way.
No.
I think, njengoba ndimamele ne, ingathi ngokuba ndingathi khona enye interview endandikhe ndayakho elekuba ndiphendula ngasithi, oh really?
Yeah.
But ndimamele, and I'm moved by two things. One is so one of them being that you have to get up and work. You have to get up and work, coming from your grandmother. And then secondly, you say, when you look back from your grandmother's heart, that's deep. Oh, you're not looking back from your grandmother's days, from your grandmother's teachings, but looking back from your grandmother's heart. So you almost understand that who you are was groomed not only for money making, was groomed not for indumasi egama lakho kwenu, but it was groomed for heart, for purpose, if we can put it like that. And I think that's why, to me, it kind of makes sense, because how far you've really come, how easy it would be for you to because buka wahlale eBhayi, but then suddenly I thought uhlala eGauteng, but didn't say uhlala eGauteng. Dumza ufike ngo-5 namhlanje. Dumza ufike ngantoni? Dumza, like the bravery to and the confidence to just move from one place to the next with so much ease, and using whatever resources you have without ever thinking, I'm meant to be a superstar, and now beg by from but you did it all, and at the end of the day, as you say it, you're saying it about, I was meant for this. And I guess that that everything that you did out of that understanding from your grandmother's heart that you were created for this. And how beautiful that feels for me to listen to.
That is why ingabikho into ethi mandistophe. Because I don't know, man. Ukubona into yokuba ingathi izinto ezenzeka namhlanje zenzekela into yokuba ungomso umjonge differently. Zenzekela into yokuba it's like a chain. It's like a chain. Noba kunganzima kanjani ngomso, but namhlanje ndiprepariwe namhlanje for into ezakwenzeka ngomso. So andikwazi ukujonga ngasemva ndibe ngumuntu uza because ndilambile, namhlanje, because ndiyibonile iprovision izolo linye, ndikwimeko esimilar. Uyabona, yonke indawo endinyathela kuyo, I never feel like ndinyathela kokuqala. That is why ndabheka eGauteng, for instance, suka Ngqushwa ndezotsho eBhayi, ndafika eBhayi ndabheka eGauteng. When I left ndibheka eGauteng, ndithanda uyibalisa kakhulu le nto. When I left bheka eGauteng ndinamazwi amabini endiwathethayo. Ndathi, if I am truly talented, if I'm truly gifted, uThixo uzazivula indlela. He will not give me a gift and a talent asogqiba andijonge nje uba mandifathule. He will make a way noba uyenze nina. That if I am truly, and that italente yam will negotiate for me.
Yes.
If I'm truly called for this, if isuka kuThixo nyhani lento ngohlobo ndibhiliva ngalo mna, akukho nto yaphinda ime phambi kwam nelizwe. And at that time ndandisendisuka kwezinye iingcingongo ezininzi kakhulu as a child, leaving isikolo at the age of 13, ndiyophangela in a pineapple farm, and going through a lot of things there.
Why did you have to go and work at the age of 13?
It's libali elide elinzulu endingathi mhlambi
I think we have time, man.
xa ndinolichaza xa ndinolichaza kakuhle lonke, a lot of people, including my family, are going to be offended.
Okay.
You know, even though when I look back ebomini bam, I know but ezazinto they were meant to happen. That is
build
why
up
I am
your-
not bitter about those things because I know about those things. Zazilungiselelwa mna le ndlela. I would not have had isibindi sokusuka eBhayi ndiye Joburg ndingazi mntu. You know, ndingazi mntu, ndingayazi uba sizawufika sithini pha phambili. Ndihamba noSikhota. Ndingazi uba sizawufika sithini pha. But ndathi nje what uSikhota kum sizawufika pha ke sawulala eparkini. I didn't even know about intoni park station in my mind was imithi. Ndandicima indawo imithi nje mhlambe when ndandibona ipark ndibona benches and stuff. That's what I thought. But what sawulala pha ndathi qomba akukho nto imbi yake yenzeka, akukho nto iyabe iphinde ibentsha engazange yenzeka kum.
Yes.
Uyabona, ndizawubethwa ndizawuthwana zonke ezo zinto ezo they already happened, you know. But ke this time around izenzekela for, you know,
The vision.
yes, for what for le nto ndiyibhilivayo into yoba so zenzekele into yamanyani ke ngoku. At that time I was a child, I was going through all those things as a child, but ngoku I know uba ndiyaphi mazenzeke uba ziyafuna ukwenzeka, but akukho nto intsha. So when I was doing my grade wait, ndansenza standard 5 make ndime ngaba grade.
Yokuede two
Yo, funeka ndithi plus ngoku ndiyacima ngathi grade bana. So ukwenza kwam standard 8, I was one of those really, really bright kids esikolweni. I hated school for so many reasons. Even though xa kuthethwa ngabantu ababalisayo abandaziyo when I was young, bathi ndandisonqena isikolo. Isikolo ndandingasonqeni because ndiyasonqena. Ndandisonqena because kwakubethwa esikolweni. You know? Kwakubethwa esikolweni. Ndandingena reason yoba mna ndingangafuni esikolweni because I was a bright kid. Ndilantwana izitya zonke. You know? But kwakubethwa kakhulu mna esikolweni. Ngendlela endandifila ngathi it was not normal. But also ndandibethwa kakhulu ekhaya. Ndandibethwa kakhulu ndibe green apha emzimbeni. You know, ndibe lihlaza apha emzimbeni. And my grandmother at the time ke besekhulile engakwazi into yoba athukise eme athini. Uyabona, ndibethwe kube buhlungu, mhlawumbi ibhokhwe khange ibuye or whatever, okanye kulahleke 20 cents or whatever. You know, I mean I'm a child, ndiyakhula. You know, for jonga as I age on 9, 10, 11, 12 bese ndiyazi into okokuba ithini into yokubethwa ngenduku emzimbeni.
Ubethwa ngubani? Ngumakhulu?
No, not ngumakhulu. I don't want to go there.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to go there, but it's relative. And then I left when I was doing grade 8.
Okay.
Abaleka.
Running away from this
Yes,
abuse.
yes. Ukubona laa nto xa ugoduka uvela odlala ungayazi noba ikho nto oyenzi, soze ngabikho into erongo oyenzileyo. Ikhona soze ngabikho every day you are expecting into yoba uzawubethwa. So I left home ndahamba ndayofunda kwenye the following year umakhulu wandithatha wandisa kwenye umzi wefamily. And ndafika phaa ndahlala umama wapha kaphila. Then ezi zingangam zandibonisa uba khokho wena apha. Yabona, ndahamba apho ndohlala kwenye indlu, an abandoned house enkulu apho izinto ezenzeka khona. Ndandingangeni ngomnyango phaa emnyango wesiqhelo, ndandingena ngefesile ndiphume ngefesile because ndandisoyika. Yindlu babesenza abantu abakhulu abahlala phaa kwedini, abantu onontente abahlali kule ndlu. Uhlala njani wena?
Is it a haunted house?
Yeah, it was a haunted house. Onontente abahlali apha bengamaxhego madala, wena how uhlala njani apha? I can tell you izinto zasenzeka ngonandiphaya, you know, ezingathi xa ndizibalisa bengathi ndibalisa horror movie, bengathi ndibalisa into ezingekhoyo, ngathi ndibalisa intsomi. But a lot of things happened phaa. Ukuze ndiphume kuloo ndlu leyo, ngentseni yangaloo mini leyo, kwakwenzeke into efana ebusuku. Then in the morning I woke up and prayed. Ndathandaza. Ndisoyika.
Dumza at this time.
Now I'm 14. Hlala apho kuloo, yes, ndavuka ndathandaza. Xa ndigqiba uthandaza ke ndilungiselela ubheka esikolweni. Ufika omnye umama phaa wakwamajamani
Mm.
eh
Mama walapha ekuhlaleni.
kwalapha ekuhlaleni mamzangu afika athi kum ndiva kuthiwa kuhlala wena apha kukho umntana selani ke nathi usuka phaa ubheka esikolweni. I think it was about like 10 or more kilometers kusuka phaa kulaa ndlu ukubheka esikolweni.
Sure.
Athi ndiva kuthiwa kuhlala wena apha and abantu bakuni ndiyabazi kwathini ngumamzangu athi umyenam
Mm.
ubanjiwe kuba kukho into ayenzileyo. I think ezazinto ke ze-abuse kwathintini wenza into ethile so ubanjiwe. So ebehlala ngapha ke ngasesikolweni ngasePhamla
Mm.
apho bendifunda khona mna. So ibobosi lakhe lishile phaa ubanjiwe ngoku. So would you mind uyohlala phaa ungahlali kule ndlu mntanam?
Look at God.
And then I went there ndayohlala khona. Kwakusithiwa iitshomi zam esikolweni zasithi kusebakhwetheni phaa because of the food that we ate. But ungatsho again uthi look at God because
Mm.
they would bring me ukutya kumnandi. Bona bafuna oku
Mm.
basebakhwetheni,
Bakhwetheni.
you know. But
So
also
uyaziphekela this whole time.
yes, ndizibheke ndandingenasitofu ndandisenza irim lemba le nto kuthiwa imbawula.
Mm.
Ndibase phaa and then ndibeke phaa irayisi yam okanye umngqusho wam ndiwubeke phaa uzawubila uthi uvuthwe.
Mm.
Uyabona, uzawubila phaa uthi uvuthwe nditye going home so the guys will come, you know, ndifunde Phamla. Okay, fast forward because what I'm trying to tell you into okokuba a lot happened when I was younger.
Okay.
Uyabona,
That prepared you.
ezandipreparisha into yoba ndiyazi into yoba look guys, jonga esikolweni, esikolweni ndandicula esikolweni ezisportsini
Mm.
ndinikwe laa mboko laa nto ikhwazwa ngayo phaa.
Loud hail.
Ndicule phaya ooMaraya.
Mm.
No, I can't forget this evening. Oh, your face is you and
Yes.
but I guess that's just, you know. Sucuma again, sucuma ndicula ngalaa voice kaMaraya at that time ke. You know, if my voice broke when I was 16.
Mm.
Ndicula ingoma i-lyrics of course zazirongo. Ingoma kaDolly Parton,
Music book.
Rebecca Malope. Ukuba kukho eza track kuthiwa iwaya waya.
Mm.
Uba ikhona basuze ndingabuyi ndinganikwa noba iradio noba yintoni because I will go and sing phaa. So I was that kid. I was kind of popular. Ndandibizwa mancane esikolweni because nemeko ndandiyo isihlangu ndandisinxiba that time ndinxiba size 7 ngoku but ndandinesihlangu sasingu-size 7 that time. Makhulu wandithengela sona kumama nodanile esithi sawukhulela phaa kuso. Sasisikhulu ilanika yamile yakwa-5
Mm.
yakhulu masuba ndimkile ndizawufunda u-6 ndaphela ndomqala kwakhona u-6 ngomnye unyaka. Qatha ithe qatha out ke ngoku ibhlukhwe yam. So ipoint yesi story into okokuba i-childhood yam, you know, was really not great, but there are beautiful things endizikhumbulayo ngasekhaya, especially when it comes to my grandmother.
Mm.
You know, and not just my grandmother but the other grannies elalini because ndandingumntana othandwayo othanda ucula. I just thought about this apha ezintsukwini into yoba yazi umakhulu wam, I think one of the things ezazindenza into okokuba mandibe ngumntana obethwayo othini, it was because I was different from other boys.
Mm.
Ne? I was different. Ndandingathanda ukulwa.
Yes.
Ndandindiva noba ndizaphina ndiyacula.
Yeah.
Uyabaleka. Ne? Zonke ezo ndizivayo ndizapha ndiyacula, ndithanda inkonzo, you know. So xa unjalo ke uba negama kuthiwa uyisisi ezilalini. Uyisisi uyintontontontonton. And ungafithi incam. But umakhulu wam, I don't think wakwabona into efana zonke because I remember noba I don't mind telling this, ne.
Yes.
I remember ndinxibe ifaskoti kamakhulu wam okanye ndifake iqhiya yakhe okanye she would even look for it. But like xa kubetha isigubu ke ngoku ayondikhangelela qhiya ihlaza ndiyithandayo. But ini nasi iqhiya yakho. Nasi iqhiya yakho.
Yes.
You know, wenenye into yakhe ngathi overall emhlophe. I would just wear that thing, you know, and just my grandmother never even for a single day athi zinto zamantombazane ezizinxibileyo. Izinto zentontoni ezi.
Yes.
Okanye ndiqhwayize ngezihlangu zakhe. She never. I was thinking about why though. You know, why though? Because once ndifake ezaa zinto eziya, then the next thing I'm singing.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Also because I was exposed to if female singers or Yvonne or Brenda or ban so ndandizibona ndingabo, you know, eyokuba ndiyinkwenkwe okanye ndintoni I registerish into ba
Yes.
but ndizibona ndisistar.
Uyi-vocalist.
Ndiyabona uba ndinguRebecca ngoku ndintontontonton. Makhulu wathi jonga yho nasi laa nto uthanda uyinxiba, you know, which iyandixelela into yoba she was very wise into yoba that expression le yokucula nokuxhenza
Yes.
nokuthini iyazi uba once ndinxibe laa nto ndingena kulaa character.
Iyaphuma
Man, so much,
straight.
it sounds
I become-
like it sounds like in a spiritual way you are channeling certain spirits that come alive in, I guess, that are female as well. I think there are female spirits that want to come alive through you, and Klambi, you recognized that without even an awareness. Do you know what I mean? But Makhulu was intelligent and wise enough to know that this is bigger than this young man, and masiyeke, because that's what the gift is saying. Do you know what I'm saying? Because as are much deeper than our simple understanding, but sometimes our simple understanding helps us to be humble to them as well. Yeah.
Does the story with your favorite Iqhiya Makhulu have anything to do with the fact that we are Chwala co-performers?
It's connected.
Then says
It is connected, but the first time I did it, I was doing it for Unondo,
Okay.
you know, Duke for Unondo.
Yes.
And then after that, and then for some reason I remembered, you know, kuthiwa Iqhiya on stage. Ndiqale when I was recording my DVD, my album, it did live at the Guild Theatre.
Yes.
That was the first time going to fag a stage in with Inansika. Because but no man.
This is where it began.
You know, yeah, and then I remembered, but no, Umakhulu was this person. And for me, and also something happened when I was Danlungselela Lando. You know, something happened, you know, that made me think of my grandmother.
Yes.
You know, I even called one of my pastor friends. You know, let me just tell you the story.
Yes,
I've never told
please,
anyone.
please.
So, Kongo lesibini,
Mm.
funeka kusuke i-crew ezofota from eJoburg, and funeka befumene i-deposit, funeka kufumene ntoni, andinayo nesenti, aba sebefikile ibhendi sebefikile apha. Every day ndibabhatalela, they're about 10, so I pay about 5,000 rands every day to make sure these guys bayalantsika. Ndisebenzisa la mali amatikiti ayahamba wona, but imali ayikho enough for yonke le way.
Yes.
So ndine-stress apha, khona enye ishobe kuthiwa unoncedo mtima paid me this other day. Ndingayazi uba bazawulala phi abo bantu ndize nabo. You know?
And you've always been like that.
Ubani? I'm a man of faith, mna.
No, I think I believe in you.
I'm a man of faith.
God provided, and God
You know,
will provide again.
And I know you know when I have no options, I know that God is going to, you know, God is going to do it.
Yes.
Once I exhaust everything and I say Thixo, ndimile ngokwantsatsa, I
Oh,
don't know
no.
what
Hand
else.
over,
You know, even if khange nditsho uba andiyazi uba mandithini, I know provision is khona. So that evening, I think it was Tuesday night. I cried that evening because I think it was an embarrassing thing, man. Ndoba ndifondele unoncedo azondibhatalela, and the guys, some of the band guys are around here babukela basuke eRhawutini ba, you know, bayabona uba ikhona into.
Yeah.
And then xa ndiyolala, so I had a dream, you know, I had a dream. Look, ke, I know into kokuba isondela ke kwindlela abantu abakholwa ngayo, you know. Mna ndikholwa ngenye indlela, you know, ndikholwa ngenye indlela, ndiyamva noleza ethetha nge-female spirit, you know. It's mna ngokunokwam, it's not something that I would embrace, you know, because ndinendlela yami endikholwa ngayo.
Yes.
You understand? Maybe sometimes it's because of the understanding, you know. But now I've always believed in God all my life, like you know.
Yes.
That evening, I had a dream of my grandmother. Esithi kum, "Jonga mntanam, don't worry. Akukho nto." She said, asoze bakwenzeni so mosa khona wendenza nto ndandisifake ngokwam kula ngxaki athi yebo so athi Makhulu ungabi na worry mntana Makhulu baza kwenza yona everything will be fine. You know, I woke up and called a friend yam uNkosinati because I was scared to talk about this, you know. So I knew by yena he's not going to.
Because on social media, everything is looking
Everything,
proper.
yes.
We are going quick at the guild. We are recording live, and everything, aesthetics, everything is looking fine.
Yes.
But
People are buying tickets.
oyazi oba apha ngaphakathi kwenzeka ntoni.
Yeah, but ke this part ndithethiswana ngento kokuba everyone knows ba I'm a born again Christian. So, but I felt no, I needed to tell the story.
Yes.
You know, of my grandmother because of what happened. Ndamcela pha in the evening. So ndivuke ke ndibheke kwenye office up town and ndifike pha kumama uNtshokoma nomama Makhichi. Ndifike pha ndithi kubo andiyazi I don't think le show yami izakwenzeka. And then I broke down. I cried. Andiyazi bakwenzeka ntoni but they gave me 150,000.
Oh man. Oh
You
man.
know?
Oh man. Hey.
They-
Volunteers.
She made few calls and I got 150,000 rand.
That's great.
And then that Tiban's prayer, and then at Tibanisa, and then I remembered the dream that I had, you know, of my grandmother, you know, and then I called I had this dream. You know what I've been. I believe no, but I don't really. I can't have that communication with my grandmother. I can, you know, I can say but I can't have that. That's me. And then God said, no. And then I tell him about what he thinks about it, you know, and how spiritual it is. And I don't have to look at it in certain ways. And I think for that, you know. And then I said to myself, I am going to honor my grandmother, kule Landuka, you know, because this is what she wanted for me. Whether even whatever, I don't care, but I know inaye phakathi, you know, mithandazo yakhe, ntoni kukundibuyisela kwakhe, enye nenye into I really don't care to know. I know that this blessing inento kwenza with my grandmother, you know, inento kwenza. So that does Duke Yampa.
Yes.
You know.
That's
Duke Yampa.
I love the way you tell a story.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So basically when you know ilelo hlobo ke la question yaba Iqhiya inento kwenza. Yes it does. You know ngaphandle kwenyawo ke. Inyawo ndachizo zisihlangu performance stage you know. You know, and then I was like, I'm not. That's cool. That's cool. Ngapha kwe monitors. That's fit ngapha kwe monitors. That's cool. And I don't think I've ever had freedom when we can perform stage.
Well, yes.
You know, ndiyangena stage ndifake izihlangu, but I know ngoba at some point I'm gonna have to take them off.
That's
Yabona.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to just. But ayizozinto emhlamba abantu bazijonga endlela ezahlukileyo. It's okay that people do that, you know. Abantu bayazitolika, you know, but I know into ba mhlawumbi understanding yam again. And nayo about things. You know. So I don't think into kuba ke I don't think inzulu ayonto enzulu leyo. And
it's beautiful. I think now for me, when it comes to our different understandings of spirituality, I think the one thing I always find is that, you know, I always say, for instance, there was a time where I said to my friends, let's go pray Elwandle for something to happen. And 2 weeks later, that very thing happened. You know? And I would say even to my dad, Dada, I don't care who says what about prayer. Mna dine evidence of things happening because I've prayed. Omnye umuntu uzathi ibihleli zakwenzeka kakade, yabo? Mosi yenzeka after 2 weeks. And it's fine, ibihleli zakwenzeka. The only thing I can give you is that I prayed and 2 weeks later it happened. Whether ibihleli in the pipeline or not, whether ndoni, but the fact is before yenzeke, mna ndiye ndaqala ndathandaza. And that's it. So you can't separate that. Omnye umuntu afuna uyidismissa la ndlela ukholwa ngayo, but at the end of it all, what I always note is that simplicity of how we interpret izinto ezenzekayo
Yeah.
ebomini bethu
Mm.
always connects with a level of humility. It always takes us down there, because whatever faith source you have, it requires you to humble yourself, to it governing over you, rather than wena ibe ngurhulumente over yona.
Yeah.
So you take your shoes off because ziyakutya. But the impact of that on another person who's watching is humility. To the call of what you're doing. And that's beautiful, that when you can say, I mean, it's not that deep, that yours is hlangu. Oh wow.
Yes.
He's in it. Humble. It's really, really beautiful.
Embraces the moment. And at the end of the day, there's no belief police. Yeah, you believe what you will.
Yeah. I want to talk, sorry.
Okay.
I want to talk about the bravery ka Dumza. I don't think I know anyone as brave as you. I think I regard myself as a courageous person, but
Ndiyayithanda haunted house.
you know, ndiyayithanda
Dafa
security.
Thixo wam.
Andifuna uphosisa. Ndiyayithanda security. So if I don't have the funds to do it, I will not do it. Yet when you always push, and I think it's something for anyone to learn from, because Sendi Balaba, if I have 100,000 and I do a show, I stand to make so much at the door, so I can cover at least 9 years, even if I'm a profit, but la mali yomnyango is only 20% of what I need for my total budget. But when you seem to walk lightly emhlabeni, and by walking lightly, I mean all you have is your dream and your vision, and the belief that lendo is a
That's the truth.
where did you learn that all I have is my dream, my vision? The rest is not up to me. I'm going to push for it to happen. Isengathi kumwena uba kunothiwa wenza ishow, uzazixelela ba ondine 10 rand ngoku ndingayiprint iposter A1. Uprinte ushe kungena next uphinde qomba. Okay.
It's very true.
Ndine
Actually.
30 rand.
Yes.
Sakwazi ubhatala iband for namhlanje se rehearse.
It is very true.
You know, ingathi you just tick those little boxes and it just grows on you.
I know mhlawumbe besizawuthetha ngayo later le show yam, the upcoming show. Le show yam ilandelayo ikhosta okwangoku xa ndibala iikhosti zayo into engaphezulu ko-250,000. You know, it's a 20-piece orchestra. There's the sound, there's band, there's people abazabe betravelisha from outside, kukho abantu aba-arrangeayo umculo wam and all that. And xa ndibala abantu izaba phaa ko-250,000. Ne?
At the moment.
Yes, at the moment. Hayi kaloku ndiyojonga.
You need 250 to break even, according to the costs.
Yeah.
So, and kaloku laa nto ukuzikhanja apha entloko izinto nalapha kum. Ididi 250. So, and then ndabeka amatikiti phaa. The way abantu abawaphange ngayo amatikiti. That okay, nazi early bird tickets. People were like, we are here. Siyawafuna loo matikiti lawo.
Yes.
The way, I don't know. The only thing I just need to do, this is what I want, and move, and the rest is
towards what you want.
You know, I just have to say, ndifuna inantsika into ethile and izakwenzeka. I've always said ndifuna album yam. I said album yam ndifuna produce ngu-Andy Nana, and then ndatsho uba ngobani abantu ndifuna babe phaa. And I have an all-star, you know, band backing me up in my studio album with Celebrating African Song.
Yes.
That other album, I used to follow Luyanda Matope around at Joburg. That I want to work with this guy. But they were working with Okazi. I want to work with these guys. I would follow them. No. Sometimes when I know Asanda Bam, I would follow them around. You know, I think also I'm a huge fan of music. I don't care if people know about you or not. You know, if I love your singing, if I love your music, you know, I'm in. I don't care about our album song, or if I love your music, if I love your heart, and the deeper, you know. And they will tell you about Suga Joburg, Yambing a pass, so Bugela Upira Apa Epai. You know, Buga the show the following day, ndive vulo
Angazokwazi
okanye
ukuziposta itikiti,
okanye
ukubala
after
itikiti.
ishow okanye after ishow ngala mini xa once iphela ishow ngo-9 ndibheke truck in ndiyobamba itruck ndibuyele eJoburg because I have something to do tomorrow, you know. So that's me. So I think andizithathe lula izinto, but I just know into yoba akukho nto uyifunayo ingasoze yenzeke, you know. There's a word in the Bible elithi ilizwi likaThixo alibuyeli kuye lingawenzanga umsebenzi walo.
Yes.
And I believe into yoba nathi we are creators in a way, you know. We create indlela yethu, you know. Ipath yethu nje iphithizela nje siyigeca ngomlomo, you know, asiyigeci ngamazembe, you know. Ngomlomo siyathetha into yoba these things zifuneka zisuke apha endleleni,
Yes.
you understand. And we have to say it uba ndifuna into ethile, ndifuna into ethile yenzeke ngohlobo, and then ungahlali kusonga izandla ubelieve and then you hold your arms. No, yes. And then you talk to people. It is going to. So I believe laa nto ithi alibuyeli kuThixo lingawenzanga umsebenzi. So if you want something,
of
I
a
saw,
saying.
yeah,
Did unkhumbuza saying ethi whether you believe you have won or lost, you're right.
yes. So injalo nalapha kum iba into ndiyayifuna, ndayizixaba ndiyayifuna, I know it is going to happen and it is meant to happen. And if ayenzeki, it is because mhlawumbi bendibawele into that is not mine,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
But yabona ezazi into that are not necessarily inspired. Laa nto uthi xa uhleli phaa uthi ndiyabawela ukuba into ethile. Inganjani i-album
Piano.
yekatare kunye mhlawumbi nento ethile. And then you look for a reference and you don't find a reference. That's your thing.
Yes.
You know, that's your thing. You look for reference, you're like, okay, but abantu kwathini. No. That is yours. So as because siyazinikwa izinto zezethu sezikhona already, uThixo ufuna nje sizibize, and then you know. So I am that person. You know, I am that person. I think i-courage yami and i-bravery yami, it comes from into ezilula. You know, I don't think deep ngezinye izinto to a point babanye abantu baye batsho bayodumza one day when usuza ke, you know. I was joking about Nsukwini with some of my friends bendibuza into yoba idumza ke uzazibhatala njani into ezithile nesile, ndithi uba ndikwazanga uzibhatala after ishow yam ndizawuveske ndiyozi-admithisa kwindawo ye-depression, you know. But I just don't say such a thing. No. I'm saying that, you know. I'm saying that nje, but it's such. But I know into yokokuba I know, but it is going to happen. I'm going to have this show, you know, and people are gonna come because they want to see me, because they know what is it that I give, you know, and because now I know the source. So
Yeah.
and not stress. Lento ilapha kum ngoku funeka ifikile ebantwini and ngaba baza kuza.
And what's the basis of your bond, of your relationship with your audience? I mean, I'm a person who believes your audience doesn't just come out of nowhere. They follow you for some reason. I know how I build my audience. Yakim knows how he builds his audience. But what is at the basis of your relationship with the people who, when you say bye, ungatsho namhlanje Dumza usemonti uthi bye ndiyafika ngomso masidibane mani kwalunga nge-50 rand, and within seconds
People are gonna be there.
people will be there. What is at the foundation of that relationship with your audience?
Number one, andiyazi, ne? I don't know. I don't know.
Am I waiting for you waiting?
Uthi number one, guys, meaning you want sizawufumana ke ngoku
Number-
12 steps to building your audience.
Number one, I really don't know. But if you can really look back apho ndiqale khona, i-audience endinayo ngoku ayo audience yabantu that just woke up and but yeah, there's something hot in town, and that's Dumza Maswana. You know, ngabantu who believed in me even when I look back, like ngabantu engathi most yabo ngabantu abakhula nami, you know. But funny enough, izinto that embarrass me as by embarrass, they still love language nguye ngalaa ndlela ndicula ngayo ngathi ndinguRingo. You know, they still love it that way. Uyabona. So ngabantu kudala bendilandela, you know. But abanye ngabantu mhlambi and abanye idibana nabo. Look man, it's amazing that by following because abantu abandilandelayo ngabantu abadala, ngabantu abatsha. You know, it's everyone. I just posted a video yami yakudala ngo-2019. No, 2020. 2019 or 2020. I-concert endandiyenzela i-National Arts Festival. Ngena nemasangweni yakhe ngokubulela nasemakhosini. I posted that video, I think last week on Facebook. I posted it before.
Yes.
And yayihleli phaa inento phaa ku-5,000.
Yeah.
He posted it last week. You know where it's sitting now?
Where is it?
106,000 views.
Wow.
People from Limpopo, people from everywhere. People are talking about that video, but there's something deep here. I'm like, but yayikhona mostly way le video. Was this thing not?
They were not
you
ready
Was
to
it that
receive
deep
it.
there?
know, was it not deep then? So xa ndiyandiyazi, zikhona ezinye izinto that we don't know thina. You know, zikhona ezinye izinto esingazaziyo. As a result, I think, let me just make another example. I've always wanted to perform with Joy of Jazz until I was given that opportunity last year. And for the first time, I felt like I was not worthy and I was not ready. I felt about ready kwangoku sendilapha estagini, senze sound check. You know, I remember ngene stagini, so somebody comes to me and say, so Mr. Dumza, so how would you like your stage? Ndithumele ilando.
Right.
Yeah, ndithumele and stage plan. And then one of my friends looks at me, Uthandeka Mvinyongo, and that yes. And then so ufuna ipiano yakho ibephi? Ndithi can we refer to inansika stage plan? And then they dismantled everything and then they made the stage the way I wanted.
Yes.
The more the humble Dumza says, or the little boy Dumza iti, I don't know. Iti Dumza, you should have just let things the way they are. Performing ngalandlela, sibasokolisa abantu man, you know. Uzawugqiba kwakho uzawunga performi apha, ube wenze drama. You know, ube dramatic. And I even felt I was being dramatic for wanting what I wanted. You know. So I really don't know, but as you know, I don't know, but I believe I offer something that is authentic and something that is honest. I don't try. I really believe in Dogogba. I have lendilapha kum, you know. Whether you think, I mean, I've been told, you know, I've heard this up PE in Dogba. I'm an average singer. You know, I've been told about people. No, Tom is an average singer, and I would say I'm an average singer, of course. But can you sing like me? Can you just stand there and just be Dumza? You know, who else do you know or who sounds like Dumza? No, don't tell me about the tone. I know in Dokuba my tone and tone Bravik is the same. But Bravik zangombele na nina, you know, zangombele. So indoni gubano onomfansanam. Oh, in Fansanai. Oh, okay, but it was a great. So in Donle, what is the problem? So abantu, when they don't understand you, they will always want to belittle you because they don't get you. And lento banika yona abayiqhelanga abayazi, you know. So until bayazi, until you know, and debathanda abantu abanjena ba honest. Because naman bafuna abantu abandilandela because it's fashionable to do so. Ndifuna abantu who really are going to connect with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, abangazova kusithiwa yo. No. Because they baphinda bahambe. When you give them something that abangayifuniyo baphinda bahambe, but abantu that God has given you, they are longing for that thing. They are waiting for the next album. They are waiting about uzasinika ntoni ishow. And ndixelelwa ngabo Dumza, do you realize noba ishow zakho zonke noba unganeshow namhlanje nangomso, it's not the same. Even if it's the same songs, it's the same songs. I've watched you twice a National Arts Festival, and those two shows were totally different. You know, so as we really don't know bazenza kanjani.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm really grateful that kukabandu who really follow me around. You know, I mean, people from Joburg have already bought tickets. When I was doing something elalini yami eNgqusho, people flew from Cape Town. People flew from Joburg.
That's power.
Bosho elalini. So I think it's just the grace, man. It's just the grace.
Before we talk about into yenza ezilalini, I think that's a great initiative that we need to talk about. The work that you are doing under Dumza Maswana Foundation.
Yes, sir.
It's great work. I want to touch on this thing of being belittled and also into yoba uthi wena use-staging. Ubuza ufuna ntoni, stage plan besendisifakile. Have you ever went to a show before perform ufumaniseke uba apha andisenawo nomdla wokhwela kwesa stage ngenxa ye-treatment oye wayifumana? Have you ever been in that scenario?
Many times. And the biggest problems are the sound engineers. You know, sound engineers, sound engineers, guys, are just, I don't know. And I'm going to say something that is very, very, very controversial. It's normally odak benza lanto. Ingathi umntu I feel sometimes noba ingathi umntu ufuna esa spotlight sakho. Ingathi akazange kuzokwenza lento yakhe apha. Once you question, once uthi John cela undihlisele kancinci bass ne. Ibe ngathi cela uyivaphe ezinyaweni bass esitsho. Hayi ke uyonile. You know, I remember in Joburg sikule lantuka sikule production. Kwenziwe i-tenors ilantuka. Lead vocalist up. Kwenziwe microphone. So sonke sikuthiwa la microphone microphone yethu sonke. Dithi mina no, mina di low range. So I need i-microphone yam ngendlela ethile.
Yes.
Dithi andiziva. You know, xa kudlala iband yonke dithi I can't hear myself. So this guy stops everybody. Athi mandicule. Ndicule. Athi, can you hear yourself? Ndifuna ukubonisa ukuba nyani iba khona ingxaki phaa kubo sometimes andani uba athi khawucule ndicule. Athi uyaziva? Ndithi yes ndiyaziva. Uthi but khange ndithatshe nto. Ndithi but iband was not backing. I'm singing alone. Why wouldn't I hear myself? Ndicula ndedwa kungekho sound.
Yes.
You know? And I think I lost it for the first time in my life. I lost it. Andikwazi uthetha ke xa sendinomsindo. You know, kwadibana ulwimi. So ipoint yam ndokuba andiyazi uba yintoni le ilapha kubo. Noba mhlawumbi umntu wayefuna uba musician akwenzeka. No, because really guys, ingathi umntu akazazi ntoba I am a sound engineer. My job is to make Dumza sound great, and I must not stop until it's fine.
Yes.
You know, but then you go to other people. You know, you go to other races. You go on stage. I-presets zakhona ufila ngathi yonke into igqityiwe. Ndizawuthuka le nto ndithethayo, but it's a reality. It's a reality.
It's your experience.
Yeah,
and when you say sorry, andiziva phaa kwindawo nethi, andiziva phana phaa. Akuthiwa no, the reason ungaziva akuzonikwa i-background yakhona, awutitshwa nto, unikwe loo nto ifunayo. But our guys, they always want to belittle you. Bathethe kula microphone. But asayazi basikuva thina buthi bofu. And of course andiziva ilantuka, ndizazi terms, but make me sound good. You know. But so it happened so many times. But sometimes, and this is something that really pains me. I believe myself to be a very understanding person. Ndicinga uba ndingumntu ofikelelekayo. I think ndingumntu nice. Sometimes oba bu-nice ngathi andibhadlanga. You know? Oba bu-nice bongabhadli. I would drive with my band from here to Bloemfontein. And ndithi cela nje nenze imali transport and just be able to, so I can pay the band.
Yes.
I-band yam, I pay them so much. So but and then mna ke, because ndiyabona le way niyenzayo, you know, so just be honest and just give me whatever. You know, I would say to you, never ever ever do that. Don't be me, because respect iqala pha. Iqala pha respect. You're going to be disrespected ke okokoko. Uqomba but I'm doing you a favor. No. Sizawulala phi? Elungiswa ngendawo lala. But benisithi sawusuka eBhayi sizapha sisilale phi? You know, and abantu abayenzayo most of the time ngabantu azange abantu abangandaziyo mna guys, abantu bandenzela izinto ezifana.
Abantu that you think you have a relationship with.
Ngabantu abaclose kum ngolele.
Boys.
You know?
No,
No,
We've worked together before.
No, I
So,
don't mean
please.
that. I know. Okay. And we promote and it's sort of my friends. I don't mean that. I mean ngabantu that know me. Abantu bayazi into ukuthi Dumza akazokwazi Dumza akazokhalaza okanye akazothini. Umuntu endingamaziyo ngabantu abandaziyo abanditreata ngathi. Abantu abangandaziyo guys they respect into endize nayo. Bandibuza into ba alamanzi onele kube ndikithulitha asakonela lamanzi. You know, abanye I'm forward uzaba grand. You know. And then after that event, they don't even talk to you ever again until they need you again. You know. So zikhona ezazinto eziyake ezinjalo. It happens so many times, but abantu abaninzi abadikayo, it's not even the promoters, sound engineers. Uyenza sound check, qoma awubawulucula because ayipopi isound ngokulapha estaging. Ayipopi sound inkulu sound.
And it's going to tarnish your image. Thina sizobukela siyazi ba unengxaki ne-sound engineer and this thing ingalungiswa.
And ibangathi problematic ibangathi uyingxaki. Guys, I don't know how many times to perform isokunansika. Bazawuyazi kabantu eze story. Performe kuthathu za microphones zimbini. Ubona za microphones zimbini ziphuma kula gubu.
Yes.
And then enye izaba yenye backing vocalist okanye whatever. Xa unyuse ones nyuswa zonke. You know? Ndake ndophefuma engqushwa ekhaya. Ngithumela yonke into. I'm sorry abantu basengqushwa, but I'm going to say it. Ngithumela yonke into. Xa ndifika apha there's no drum. There's no akho microphones. Akho nix into ekwepa into ka DJ qha.
Kumculuza no DJ.
Into koyo into ka DJ qha. Xa ndingafuna uperforma ngoku ingathi ndizenza. Izolo kubulapha kwezi zitshato zalapha engqushwa kwathini so sixelela ngoku into ba kwathini, you know. Ubanikile into so ngabantu abakwaziyo ngabantu
They don't respect your professional work. Let's talk about Inansik. Let's talk about Iscatamia. Ubuse Mdantsane and you had a Iscatamia group. What lessons did you extract from that? And how much of that influence is being carried through umculo wakho nendlela omuva ngayo just as a person? And ngapha koko, are you going to translate any of the songs you were doing with your Iscatamia group?
Mandiqale le ndaba ayinamdantsane into yam phakathi inengqushwa andinandi nomdantsane.
Uyambika umdantsane.
Andinawo nepisa nobudantsane kum. Yeah. So sidlule ke apho. Hayi abantu basengqushwa bazothi mangi bawudumza umdantsane. No. Look man, yonke into endiyifundileyo whether ndandicula Iscatamia okanye gospel, I think as influences are within me. They make the voice that you hear, you know. I wouldn't say into kokuba zikhona ingoma if you listen to ikhona ingoma eband ethi phaya nake nazibona indize ezinje nake nazibona indize ezinje kwanezikhwebe zityebe ezinje kwanezikhwebe zityebe ezinje siza kuhoja umbona omtsha. You can tell by nobu Iscatamia la way. You know, you can tell. So zikhona zonke za influences ungakhange nje you know zasibhaqa Iscatamia pha but uzaphinda uyibhaqe nento bu gospel pha uzaphinda uyibhaqe. But ke xa sesithetha ngoku ngalento ke kule project ndikuyo I didn't really think about it. I didn't think about it, you know. But I'm grateful that look, if you've seen me perform, I'm sure you've heard me sing Emaweni we baba. Every time I'm on stage, I would go back there, you know. Because it was, I don't know, man. The started Iscatamia, you know. Nesizayoni sometimes, you know. Ndiyakwazi ukuthi ngidubuleke ngesiziyoni sometimes. Zonke za influences kum endidla ngokuthi abantu nyana into abayikhe emoyeni. I'm not saying ba wrong ngokuyenza, but I think sometimes ifuneka I've heard abantu xa becula isizayoni, especially igroup ezinkulu ze gospel xa becula isizayoni ubona ba they are mocking it now. Like, but they did not check this, and unfortunately isizayoni is an African sound.
Yes.
They did not check it, so xa bebuya beyenza ngoku bayenza bayayibhanqa. They don't even like it.
Yes.
You know, but uva abantu sithi uyasabeka, you know, because mhlawumbe lo muntu utshoyo lo muntu uculisa la ngoma isayo mhlawumbe umuntu charismatic njengam, you know, but aka-understand le nto ayenziswayo, so nje becula le ngoma nje ubona uba
Cula kube kwazi
uyayigeza akayiculi because I don't know how you know, xa ndibabamele mna ifana nathi xa sesicula kakhulu isimelika, you know, I think we sound cute, you know. I was listening to Take 6 not so long ago, becula ingoma ecathamiya, ingoma somebody say, you know, they were doing that song. You can check it online. It's beautiful. I mean, it took time for them to learn, but I still feel it's cute. You know, I still feel it's cute. You can listen to Kirk Franklin. It look what's wabonaka la damani yaza Tina so fanana what's wabonaka because albums so after is South Africa.
If an experience that I have with listening to Somi's album, le producer Nduduzo Makhathini, where she's honoring Umama Miriam Makeba. Sounds really cute. As I listened to the amount of work she had to do to try and get the clicks, the pronunciations right. It's a beautiful. Have you listened to that album?
Yeah. You know,
beautiful album.
It's a beautiful concept. You know, so yabona ke iba fani ke ngoku xa into iya lapha ekhaya ukhule ngayo and then we uyithathele phansi, you know.
Yeah.
So all these things, man, is a city, and I wish artists as Mameleyo they can go back and learn to appreciate the sounds. You know, now when my grandmother was singing, look guys, dandicula emagqirheni Ephondweni, cula Ephondweni ingoma ethi nalithamsanqa. Nalithamsanqa liyakwaliwa nguwe ithamsanqa. Wothi ndedwe ekhaya. Oyo ndedwe ekhaya. I think ad-libbing ndayifunda phaa eZion. Ngoba xa ucula ingoma ne and then uphinde uthethe nezinye izinto. Uthethe nezinye into ezininzi. Kwakule ngoma. Abuza umakhulu wam, mntanam laa nto uzawufela emaweni. Ithetha ukuthi uyivaphi laa nto. Ithi uzawufela emaweni. Athi hayi into uzawufela emaweni. You know. No, but I'm sure nekhumbula into esitwa program esithi kids say the darndest things. You know? I think it was something like that because I would say izinto engomeni ngokucula. Abantu abadala bamamela baqonda ba. But I mean he's 8. How could he uyifumana phi le sound umntwana 8? You know, acule ndixhense ndityityimbe ndithini. Ukamba lonke igqirha lalifikela leni yam kokuveza kuthiwa lo mntana ligqirha.
Uthwasa lo mntana.
Lo bona lo
nabo badisappoint abantu bangazange athwasa.
You know.
Oh kakhulu. No. Umuntu badisappointed kakhulu was my grandmother. Yeah, my grandmother was very disappointed into ba mna.
Wayengumuntu okuntwaso wena.
Yes, makhulu wam wethwasa. So I would sing for her. Xa buye ezindaweni zakhe ezithe ntshi kamnandi abuye ebheke ebhokisini yakhe unetawula emhlophe ayibhinqa la tawula emhlophe sokuba ajikele enye. Hayi ke sizawutsho sobabini phaa. Ndinezihlwele ndinezihlwele ezinzima ndinezihlwele zabo bethi guququququ ndinezihlwele ezinzima yimi ke lo tshoyo, you know.
A private song.
I just want to ask Dumza, just on lento ye sound and influence.
Yeah.
I have probably three experiences of Dumza Maswana. I would say it's the younger version that carried more of the gospel feel. Yeah, that's my personal favorite. He's never late, he's never early, but he's right on time.
He's never early, but he's right on time. He's never late. Dan pamenung Erika Paduk in those days. If you can listen how I wrote, then tape Pidung Erika Paduk.
Wow. So I've got that as a reference. And then I've got your album, you know, one of my personal favorites again, Emihle.
Yes.
Right? And then we have the African song one.
Yes.
This one, which I feel honors the traditional sounds of where you come from, or if I can put it, the traditional Xhosa sounds.
Yeah.
Right? It honors that. And I'm wondering, because ndikubona ungumntu who is not adamant on boxing himself, but rather is about, you know, finding space to sound your inspiration, to give sound to whatever has inspired you. And now sitting is I'm praying, I would love to hear your interpretation of that as well, of that experience. But is that what you intend to do, or does it just come upon you that a space that is more jazzy and more, because with the Emihle album I picture a Michael Bublé-esque kind of guy, you know, a formal ndondoni, but now we're looking at a more traditionally Xhosa inspired Dumza Maswana. Going forward, are you thinking that you want to carry on with this Xhosa sound, or you feel that somehow, whatever you're listening to right now is driving you towards a new sound when it comes to works zakho of the future? Do you know what I mean? Because take a lady like Uthando Samazwai, when she went and visited Roma Dosini and whatnot, she came out with a beautiful album that I feel is an iconic album for her. Listening to that album, you feel things as you listen to the album, and you can't stop listening to it. It's a timeless album, which I feel is the same with your latest offering. It's timeless. I guess because sonke we find a way to attach, especially uye wayothatha apho thina susondele khona kakhulu, which is ubuthina bethu, right? And you're thinking, hey, yona mani meyikhaka Dumza nansi. So you're gonna find different ways to do this. You're gonna do it with orchestra. You're gonna do it like this. You're gonna do it like that. But ilaphi imali yakho kwesiXhosa. Going forward, are you listening to anything that's different from isiXhosa? Are you perhaps thinking, hey, I'm fascinated by sound ethile, benike nahlala nabafana baseLesotho and whatnot, and I'd love to explore that? Or are you thinking you've found your niche and that's where you're gonna stick?
I think it's sound. I think as much as I evolve as a person, I think indlebe zam zive ezinye izinto. Inspiration yam zikhona ezinye into endizivayo every day. For instance, now I'm learning to play uadi, and that sound iyandiphambanisa every time. I never andiliphatha uadi and not have a song. Literally every day. Once ndiphatha uadi nje ndiphuma nengoma ndinazi apha kule lantuka kule iPhone 13 Pro yam.
Hey, hayi, ngedeni akazazi makazithini mhlanguleke iduza.
Even what is like a phone.
I forgot Max. So every time ndiphatha uwadi, something's going to be deposited emoyeni, and I'll just do it, you know. Even some of the songs as a park celebrating African song, you know, Tandeka will tell you. I said, Tandeka ngicela udlale into ethi kan 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 apho ngicela ngoma ethi uyahamba. Uyahamba no second. So
I still want you to send me that little performance we did.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think I just allow loo nto ifikileyo ngelo xesha. You know, umzekelo ngoku indlela endibhala ngayo ngoku ngoma ezininzi, I feel like zizolile, you know, zizolile, and they allow me to sing, they allow me to cry, you know, they allow me, and I know nokuba mhlawumbi nyhani there's something that I need to release, and maybe I'm not the only one, you know. Bakhona abantu that are following what I'm doing. Nabo abagwanye inyembezi abafuna uhamba nami.
Yeah.
You know, so I will allow that to mayenzeke ngolo hlobo olo, because every time ndiphatha pen, you know, it's either ingoma izawuthi uhambile, you know, ikhona inye beke ndayicula enhleliyo every day. There's a beautiful melody ethi idahamba sobonana ngaphesheya, you know, and I keep thinking bani bafuneke hambile bete sobonana ngaphesheya, you know, and then I was like, oh man, we lost a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, so I cannot ignore that and not dingayikhulisi. You would remember, I think I'm not sure if you were part of that Nansika. There's a song and ingoma ethi Diye zamdanam thula intoni na wo ndiye samntanam thula intoni na apho ndibalisa khona ba it's nayo inobusedo buthile.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so I was fighting it uqala nqoma I'm not creative enough, I need to move us, but I was like, let me allow this thing,
Move with what you hear.
let me allow this, and sometimes we really don't have to record isn't it, just because they just because they are songs. Sometimes the song is your song. Sometimes the song is really your song. You can perform it a show in Mhlawumbi, but it would not really make sense how we record.
And also let it go. I think that's the beauty of live music. The more you perform, the more you
yes,
or you mash up the song.
ingxaki yethu sense uba singabikho honest. Ndidla ngothi ke abashumayeli abaninzi into yoba bangagqobhozi intliziyo into okokuba they read the Bible to preach. They don't want to take anything for themselves.
Yes.
Which I think that's how we should, when it comes to music, listen ba umculo uthini, uthetha nabani. Ingaba ingoma ithi ubizo. Ndashika ndisemncinci ndaqubula konke ndangena endleleni. Ndachola itika eqonce ndakhwela itileni ingqusho ikhala ndalifulathela ndandinemibuzo engenampendulo kodwa injongo yandirhuqa lathi xhega umzingisa kanashwa hamba mfo wam suncancazela. So ithini ingoma kabani le? Ingoma yam leyo ne.
Yeah.
Oh nice, but I'm not the only one. But there are songs endiyaziyo eba ndinengoma ethi I'm a changed man. I'm sure you would know from the very first album. I'm a changed man. Ithi kudala ndincincutheka. Ndinomtsalane kutshaba lwam okomntu lo othakathiweyo. Amandla ami ethathiwe ndandilele ndisebuthongweni hayi andilili uthongo rhazi into nje zangabom bafika bazenzela belimaza ikamva lam ngobuchule nenzondelelo don't ithi ke I'm a changed man, I'm a free soul, I'm a changed man, I'm a free soul. Ndiculela ngoma xa ndiqonda ba andike ndifumane into ethi khawuculela ngoma but bakwixesha apho ndiqonda jonga I'm a free soul, because so some of the songs are really yours. Ezinye ingoma zezakho nyhani. That is why sometimes ufumanisa into yoba ayidluli iphelele kula 4 lines. I'm sure yes ne haven't batsina ku-interview sorry man
kaloku silapha
no mhlawumbi yenzeka kumndedwa le nto njengombhali wengoma uyakwazi ubhala ingoma ingadluli ingayindawo tu iphelele apha.
And
ubangazamba creative
you'll be forcing it.
Creative ne ihleli kulaa ndawo and but this song is meant for me. Let me open my spirit, let me open my heart and listen to what the song is about.
Dumza Maswana Foundation, what's the work that you guys carry out? I remember, was it last year, you called a lot of people, the Dr. Tebeleles and everyone. Just briefly, what the 5 minutes, what is Dumza Maswana Foundation about, and who can support it, or how can we as Abanda Bakoyo Ephondweni can support that?
So
I think let's give it a minute, that response, so that we can talk about the 15th of April quickly.
Okay.
Not 10 minutes.
No, sir. Must listen to the direct.
I'm saying not 10 minutes because time.
Yeah, let us remember
too.
The question in
the Dumza Maswana Foundation.
Okay.
How do we support?
So Dumza Maswana Foundation yindlela apho eformal endithi ndiqokelela abantu abakwaziyo uba bangafuna uba ipartnerisha nam benze le nto sendiqhubekeka ndiyenza yoba ndinceda abantu abathile ke mhlawumbi most of the time ndikhuphe epocketini like I was saying earlier into uba abantu bandicela intonto and i-reality into uba I don't really have that money and sometimes ndincama imali yam yokutya to uba ndithengele abantu into ethile because I know that they are expecting it because ndingudumza Maswana so abantu abafuna mhlawumbi mna ndithanda abantu badonate to that specific ntontoni andithandi kakhulu imali ezakum umzekelo ngoku ndigqiba ukwenza i-creech yasengqushwa ndincediswa ngu-Hollywood Bats.
Yes.
They gave me like good money. Was 100,000 to
Mm.
refurbish like Iqhiya phaya, but ndathi cela nise straight kwi-contract andifuni noyibona into ndibe nemali ezadibana nam ndinengxaki zam, you know. So I think xa kukho loo nto leyo abantu bangancedisa ngolo hlobo xa sithi nantsi into ethile ndifuna uyenza nangonto bendikulaa Iqhiya laa mali khange iphele iyashota ndacela abantu kufacebook uba guys can you buy a bag of cement, and then we bought about 40 bags of cement, you know.
Nice.
So ndiye ndithande loo nto leyo uba xa kuvele loo nto leyo abantu bazoncedisa loo nto leyo, but I think I'm also still learning, you know, into about how to manage just fund foundation and stuff. So okay, you know, but I think foundation ke inhliziyo yami. Yeah.
And the 15th of April, tell us
Okay,
before we
15th of April, I'll be performing with a 20-piece orchestra. So this is what I said, kind of, Diteko Pendiam and other people that I invited. I invited Pumlani Mtiti from here, I invited Umtokozi Mabuza is my music director. So I said to him, I said to them, Maba arrange umculo wam for your orchestra. Gendlela they would sing the song. Like if it was your song, how would you want it to sound?
Yes.
Do that and let me, you know, because sometimes it's about so comfortable in what we're doing and not allow ourselves to grow. So this is my way of stretching myself. You know, but there are places that my band would want to, you know, take me, Hlambi, and Funuguya. So I want them to use this opportunity to stretch me, to take me to those places that I don't really get to go because of my limited, you know, okanye mhlawumbi laa nto uba nditshatile nesound yam ethile. Yabona. So into enjalo, but it's really going to be it's going to be beautiful. I've asked Oyonela Mnana to do something as well. So I have Unati, you know, Unati Mangai. Unati Mangai, we suga way back. And I'm not sure if he's going to be happy, but he said he's doing this as a gift to me. You know, let me just not worry about anything. I'm doing this as a gift to you.
Beautiful.
You know,
Lovely,
yeah.
lovely.
And yeah, man. It when they called me, I actually cried. You know, I actually cried. But they were the first people to say, Dumza, we are going to support you. We are there. And it's like, okay, we're not doing this for you. We are doing this for ourselves. We want to do this for you. You know. And I have Tandega Mvinyongo, you know. Tandega Mvinyongo, who artist, Tishala Wamuadi, and my very good friend as well. And then Nabanye, I mean, I don't want to talk about people that I'm trying to get another third person. I hope Sambi Bengu Spogazi, Bengu Judith Sepuma. Yeah, man. You know, I don't know. Whoever I get between those people, open the color. Where's about in?
So Tandaza now.
Lovely.
Tandaza. Nifuna banini kwa banibizle. Nobang bani.
It doesn't matter with us because both of them forumna.
So I hope abantu bawatenga amatikiti. Come and join by camera.
Tini price, tini ndona.
Join by camera.
Yes.
Tete nezazela.
Amatikiti 600 rands xa ulithenga lilinye, 1,000 rands xa emabini. And show is up. So phaa nditeke i-theme bethu okanye i-dress code maybe formal. Not formal, black tie. So iza unxibe kakuhle phaa. But I mean, if you ufuna ufake jean to jean, I mean, you have a right. It's your 1,000 rands. Yabona. So I really hope that you guys anizophoxisa ngamezizweni because ndiyenzele show knowing that you guys are coming. So ithemba lam ke lilapha kuni. And please masingayenzi laa nto yothenga amatikiti ke last minute because sometimes how big we dream, sometimes ubona naphaya amatikitini kwamba andikwazi uphupha ngaphezu koku. Sheke 7 days ndibe ne-show. I think ezaa screens mazingezi. You know, ezaa screens mazingezi. La lunch bendicimba izaba khona for intontoni. Ezaa giveaways bezaba khona ndiqomba zakulunga because amatikiti nanga idame phaa.
Yeah.
You know, so ndiyabawula ukuthi abantu nyani. Look, man, if abantu baseJoburg basemtha basokuma Cape Town baphange amatikiti athengwe phaa I can tell you 80% omatikiti athengiweyo ngabantu basuka outside ePE. No, real, that's a reality. Abantu basuka outside Eastern Cape because bona bayazixaba ngexesha elithile bathi abanye ayi-outing yethu zange ndaze Eastern Cape. Yes. So let's do that.
Great.
Beautiful. All the best for the event. I'm so sad I'm not going to be there. It's a big one to miss, but it is what it is. We'll find it on video at some point, right?
I hope
so.
I hope so.
Yes, I've trusted myself to get but this time work is calling, so I won't be around. But all the best for it.
And thank you so much, guys, for creating this space.
Hey, man.
Thank you so much for creating this space. I
Your
mean,
second guest.
look, and doyige jaban basekhaya. That was I wanted to go deep, to as a story, but jaban basekhaya.
I think there's a movie in you, or a biography.
Yes, no, absolutely.
I think there is.
Absolutely.
Send in a picture of a haunted house. Yeah.
No, please,
Thank you so much. It's been absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so much.
It's been amazing. Ephondweni Podcast. See you next time.
Yes.
Dumza Maswana. Absolute pleasure. Say Bambe Pondwe.
Yeah.
Word is born.
Yeah, man.